Hi everyone, I'm Walker and welcome back to All of Av Nails, where we talk about vegan and cruelty-free nail polish. Today we're doing a comparison of some of Zoya's dusty pink polishes, and this video is in a series that I'm doing comparing a lot of polishes that kind of fit between pink and purple and red. And so in this group I am showing some dusty pinks, and so these are not quite pink. They're, you know, a little bit purple, a little bit pink, a little bit dusty, and they don't quite fit into one category, which is why they fit into this category. And I'll be doing a comparison of these 4 shades, so just stay tuned. If you're curious in seeing the rest of this series with the rest of the colors that kind of fit in between red and pink and purple, I will link that playlist up above and also down in the description. But let's dive into talking about these polishes. First up we have Zoya's Ruthie, and Ruthie is from the Element collection, which was their fall 2018 collection, and Ruthie is described as a full coverage raspberry rose cream. This one gets opaque for me in 2 coats, but you probably could get it opaque in 1 depending on your application. Next up is Hera, and Hera is from the fall 2017 Sophisticates collection, so this one's also pretty new in Zoya's collection, and it is described as a dusty, warm-toned rose cream. This one also gets opaque for me beautifully in 2 coats, almost 1 coat, and has really great formula. Next up is another one from the Sophisticates collection, the fall 2017 collection. This is Padma, and Padma is described as a deep vermilion red cream. This one to me definitely leans really pink, and so when we see it compared with the others, I think you'll see what they mean by red, but I also think you'll see what I mean by dusty pink. Alright, and finally we have Zoya's Paige, and Paige is the most purple of the polishes that we're looking at today, but it still fits into this kind of dusty pink cream group. And Paige is from the 2007 collection, the Downtown and Uptown collection, which was for the fall, and Paige is described by Zoya as a deep pigmented mauve cream with subtle red and berry undertones, which I definitely think you'll see when I put this one next to the other polishes in this category. Alright, so here are the 4 that we're talking about today, and I think in this shot with them all together you can really see that Ruthie is a bit more purple along with Paige and Padma. They're a bit more purple and kind of grayed out, whereas Hera has this much richer kind of rosy pink tone, and so it's got a little bit less purple leaning. Hera's a little bit less dusty compared to Ruthie, which is a little bit more kind of dusted out, a little bit less vibrant. Padma's almost got a little bit more red in it compared to the others, and Paige is a little bit more purple. I do want to bring in some other colors to just kind of show you some comparisons. So I will be doing in this series a video of a group that I'm calling Dusty Purples, and so to compare them here, I have 2 from that group. I have Aubrey, which is a pretty dusty purple, but clearly has a lot more purple in it than any of these ones, even more purple in it than Paige. Paige looks much more pink compared to Aubrey here. And I have Kendra. Kendra similarly has a bit more purple dustiness than any of these. It's much more purple and kind of grayed out than Paige's. You can really see the warm pink tones that are in Paige, which is why I put it in this category. I also want to show Quinn, which is from one of the berry categories in this group. Quinn is pretty close to some of these colors, but Quinn definitely has a bit more red in it compared to any of these. So even compared to Padma, which looked the most red down in this group, compared to Quinn, you can really see that Quinn is much more red and Padma is much more pink or purple leaning, and so Padma definitely fits in this kind of dusty pink category. And then finally I want to bring in Kate, which comes from my other kind of dusty category in this series. Kate comes from my dusty red mauves, and Kate really shows how much pink undertone there is in all of these polishes. Kate has a lot more red grayed out, whereas all of these look much more pink in comparison. Alright, so let's do some final comparisons here. So I had a lot of folks tell me in my Element comparisons video that Ruthie and Hera look almost identical in the bottle, which I would agree they totally do, but I really think you can see on the nail and a little bit in the bottle that Hera has a much stronger rosy undertone and Ruthie is a bit more grayed out. So I do think these are actually pretty different, and if you're someone who likes a warmer toned polish, if you pick up Ruthie, you might be a little disappointed, whereas if you pick up Hera, it might be right on the money for you. So I think these are a little bit different from one another, and it's worth thinking about which one you like the most. I also think it would be fine to have both of these in your collection because I do see them as being pretty different on the nail. Alright, so for some final thoughts here, I would say that all four of these in the bottle do look pretty similar. On the nail, they dry pretty differently though, and I would say that if you're gonna go for some from this collection, I would get Ruthie. I really like this cool toned pink rosy color, and I think it has a really good balance of the grayed out, you know, it's not super saturated, it's really nice and really easy to wear. And then my other personal favorite is Padma. I think Padma has a bit more red tone in it, and it's just a really unique polish, and so between these two, I think you've got kind of different ends of the spectrum here, but really all four of these are pretty different, and you could justify getting all four if you wanted to. Awesome, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you learned something in this video, that you're walking away excited to try some new polishes from your collection or maybe pick up a new one. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and comment below to let me know which of these you own, which of these are you excited to wear, which ones had you maybe not thought of before. Awesome, thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one.